So you can come into a Shavasana type position. Just go ahead and spread out and either close your eyes or take a soft gaze up towards the ceiling and begin to slow down your breath. Taking the time to inhale until you're full and exhale until you're empty. And this can be a time to consciously set aside whatever mental projects you've been working on, any plans or problems to solve. And just letting your attention be absorbed in where you are right now, feeling where your body touches the floor, feeling the movement created by your breathing. And getting curious about the subtlety in each shape. What are you noticing right here, right now? And anytime you notice that your mind has wandered onto something else, just as soon as you notice, invite yourself back, feeling this breath, feeling where you are right now. And you're welcome to keep your eyes closed or open them as it's useful for you. And let's begin by sliding arms overhead and stretching out long through your arms and legs. You can reach through your fingers and your toes. And then interlace your fingers and press out through your palms. Flex your feet, reaching through the heels of your hands, the heels of your feet. And then release and bring your right knee to your chest. You can take hold of your knee, hug it in as close as you can, maybe even give it a little rock, releasing deep into your hip crease. And straighten this leg up towards the ceiling, just enough so that you get a hamstring stretch. Doesn't have to be all the way straight or any higher than works for you. And then flex and point your right foot a few times. Going to a deep flex, a full point, and then a few ankle circles. A couple times one way, a couple times the other way. Bend your knee in, open it out to the right, and then straighten part way or all the way out to the side. And there's many ways you might support your leg. One way is to have your elbow on the floor and your leg resting into your hand. You can also hold somewhere else. Try and keep the back of the left leg grounded. Let's release, bend the knee, and bring it all the way across for a spinal twist. Open out through the right arm. Let your knee and shoulder reach away from one another. And feel free to explore within each shape with movement, with touch, with just letting your awareness travel around in your body. Staying in your twist, try straightening your right leg on a low diagonal and your right arm on a high diagonal, letting your fingers and toes reach away from one another. And then release, roll back onto your back, bring both knees in, and take a little circle or rock, massaging the lower back and sacrum into the floor, evening out your torso on your mat, and then grab hold of just the left knee. Drop the right leg long, squeeze this knee in, maybe a little jiggle. And then straighten the left leg up. Flex and point your foot a few times. Circle your ankle a couple times one way, a couple times the other way. Bend your knee in, open your knee out to the left, and then straighten part way or all the way out to the side, grounding down through the back of your right leg. In each shape, finding just the right amount of effort. So keep checking for any unnecessary tension, letting that go. Relaxing your face, your neck and shoulders. And then release. Bend your knee, bring it across. Spinal twist. First with a bent knee. And then try straightening the left leg on a low diagonal, left arm on a high diagonal, letting your fingers and toes reach away from one another. And then roll back onto your back. Bring both knees in. Take a circle or rock with your knees, massaging lower back and sacrum into the floor. And then drop your feet to the floor and let's get set up for a little bit of core work. Start by drawing the belly in, pressing the lower back down from the inside. We'll interlace fingers behind the head and then exhale, lift head and chest up. Inhale, release down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Up. And down. Up. And down. Up. And down. Let's take two more. Last one. Release down. And then send your right leg up. Exhale, head up towards your leg. Inhale, head down. Exhale, up. Inhale, down. Up. And down. Up. And down. Let's take two more. Last one. Release and switch. Left leg high. Exhale, head up. Inhale, head down. Up. And down. Up. And down. Up. And down. Let's take one more. Release and switch again. Right leg high. This time, take your left arm across. Each time you exhale, reach a little further across. Still keeping face relaxed, abdominals drawing in strongly. One more. And then switch. Last set. Left leg high, right arm across. Let's take two more. Last one. And then release. Stretch long through your arms and legs. Bring your knees back in. Another little circle or rock. And then make your way up to sitting. And let's come forward onto hands and knees, tabletop. If you have something you want to pad your knees with, you're welcome to use a blanket or cushion. And if having your hands flat does not work for you, you can always modify by coming onto the fists with palms facing one another. If your hands are flat, try and take the weight in the whole hand so your fingers are really spread. So we'll take a few rolls through the spine here, starting by lifting the head and tail, arching, And then exhale, round, draw the belly in. Inhale, arch. Exhale, curve. Inhale, arch. Exhale, curve. Now, inhale, arch. From here, shift your weight forward, bend your elbows straight back, and dip part way or all the way to the floor, pressing up from there. Round. Arch. Go forward to dip down. If going all the way down is too much, you might just go a couple of inches and then press up from there. Round. Arch. Go forward to dip down. Press up. Round. Arch. One more time. Dip down. Press up. Round. And then sink back to child's pose, releasing hips to the heels, forehead to the floor. Find a relaxed position for your shoulders, your neck. And just a reminder that you can rest anytime, whether you rest in this shape or a different one. And coming back to your rest can be a good place to reestablish your breath, to check where your attention was and invite it back to what you're doing. With arms out in front of you, walk your hands over to the left and then pull back through your right hip, stretching right side a little bit more. Come through center and over to the other side. Pull back through your left hip, stretching left side a bit more. And then back to center. Let's lift up through table and come back to downward facing dog, and take your time getting into this first down dog of class. You may want to pedal out your feet a little bit. You can bend one knee as you press the opposite heel towards the floor, waking up the calves, ankles, hamstrings. As you do, settle onto 2 feet evenly. Feel free to have the heels up or down, knees bent or straight. Pulling the hips up and away from hands. Let's walk hands and feet towards one another and hang in ragdoll. Feet hip width apart, parallel. You can bend your knees a little or a lot. You can let your arms just hang, or feel free to use a little support through your arms. You might rest elbows on thighs or hands on ankles, finding a position where you can really let the weight of your head drop. Even the muscles of your face kind of hanging down, letting go. Bend your knees a little bit more and slowly roll up. Coming all the way up to standing. We'll step up to the front of the mat, coming into mountain pose. Feet can be together or apart. Bring hands together at the heart. Standing tall. We'll take a full A-series sun salutation. Next inhale, arms sweep high. Exhale, fold forward, swan dive down. Inhale, lengthen, partway up. Step or hop your feet back, coming through high push-up, lower down, chaturanga. Come into your back bend, and this could be low or high. Cobra or up dog. We'll take an extra couple breaths this first time. How is this in your body now? Feel free to move around a little. And then back to down dog when you're ready, hips high. Let's take 5 deep breaths in down dog, or you might come back to child's pose or sitting or onto your forearms or knees, really any neutral shape. Each time we rest, choose a position that feels like a rest for you. It doesn't have to be down dog. Last deep breath in and out. Coming back through down dog, step or hop your feet forward, inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up to standing. Exhale, arms press down. Again, inhale, arms high. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop your feet back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. And back to down dog. Please take the time you need for all your transitions. From down dog, when you're ready, take the right leg up, bend your knee to your chest, and start circling this bent right knee. Now, if you prefer, you could do this from hands and knees or from your forearms. So finding how this works best for you now, exploring the full range of motion for that right hip joint. Next time your leg is up, reach it straight, send it a little higher, and then take a big step forward, high lunge. Feel free to adjust your footing. When you're ready, arms sweep high. Sink hips low. Each inhale, look for more space and length. Each exhale, more grounding, more ease. Last breath here. Tip forward, standing splits, hands to the floor or to a couple of blocks. We'll do this with hips square and with the upper body letting go like ragdoll. Let your head hang, let the neck release, stretch that left leg straighter, longer, higher. One more breath here. Step back, warrior one. Drop the back heel to the floor on the inside, sweep the arms high, and then settle in, sink low. Deep bend in the front leg, straight long back leg. Each time the arms are up, try and drop the shoulders down. So continually looking for space for your neck. One more breath here. Release. Make your way to down dog. You might take a vinyasa, high to low push-up, up dog or cobra to down dog, but you're welcome to just step back or take some other movement, using your transitions to take good care of yourself. From down dog, when you're ready, left leg sweeps up. Bend your knee in and start circling. Really trying to get to the full range, especially those places that may be a little tight or weak or awkward. Next time your leg is up, reach it straight, send it a little higher, and then a big step forward, high lunge. You might adjust your footing. When you're ready, arms high, hips low. Deep breaths. One more here. Tip forward. Standing splits, hands to the floor or to blocks. We'll do this with hips square and with the upper body letting go. So can there be 100% effort? Keep reaching that back leg straighter, longer, higher, more dynamic. And 100% surrender. Totally relaxing your face, feeling the heaviness of your head hanging. Last breath here. Step back. Warrior one. Inhale, arms up. Settle in, hips low. Engaging what's useful and keep stripping away what's not needed. Undoing patterns of habitual tension by bringing some awareness. You don't need to clench your jaw here. Can you relax your eyes? One more breath. Release. Make your way to down dog through your movement transition. And then settle into a good rest. More important than the shape, coming back to a quality of presence and ease. If it's useful, you might close your eyes. Last breath here. Let's come back through down dog and step or hop your feet forward. Inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up to standing. Exhale, arms press down. This time, let's just take the right arm up as we inhale. Exhale over to a side bend. The left arm can provide a little support in whatever way you need. Really reach like a big yawn, strong legs, strong core supporting you. Reach a little further out as you come up and release down. Same thing other side. Left arm up and over, big yawning reach. Reach a little further out to come up and release down. Interlace your fingers, press out through your palms and take your arms up by your ears. Shoulders drop, but arms reach straight, and then rise up onto your toes for a little balance. So it could be just a slight lift of the heels. You might come all the way up. While you're concentrating on balancing, can you relax your face? Can breath be steady even as you might be wobbling or falling? And then start to fold forward, staying in balance on the toes. You can bring your hands to your legs wherever they meet. Might be the upper legs, could be lower. A little bend in the knees could be a good idea so you're not overstretching the hamstrings. Breathing right where you are. And then release. Drop your hands, drop your heels, drop your head, let that go. Let's bend the knees and come into chair, Utkatasana. Hips sink low, head reaches high, but shoulders drop low. Try and even out the weight between your toes and your heels. Engage your abdominals to support your back. Last breath here. Release, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop your feet back, lower down. Up dog or cobra, and back to down dog. Right leg sweeps up, one breath. Step forward, high lunge. Arms up. Let's come into warrior three. Shift forward and find your balance. If you want to make this easier, you're welcome to keep your torso high and your leg low, as long as it forms a straight line from your torso to your back leg. It can be at any angle you choose. Parallel to the floor is one option. It's not the only option. You choose your arm position. It can be out in front of you, out to the side, prayer position or even on your body, feeling for your alignment. Last breath here. Step back. Warrior one. One breath. Release through a vinyasa or your movement transition. When you're ready, left leg sweeps up. Step forward. High lunge. Arms up. Warrior three. So again, you choose your challenge level. There are so many variations of each of these poses, so we can each find the one that feels right now. And we're all figuring that out through trial and error, so just doing your best, given what you understand, what you're able to do, and then feeling as much as you can where you are right now. Last breath here. Step back. Warrior one. One breath. Release through your movement transition, making your way to a good rest. 5 deep breaths. Letting go of everything we've just done, everything we might do. Just feeling what's right here. Like settling into a meditation, or remembering that the whole practice can be like a meditation. Last breath here. Let's come back through down dog and step or hop your feet forward. Inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, arms up. Inhale, chair. Exhale, straighten. Again, inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop back, lower down. Up dog or cobra, and back to down dog. Right leg sweeps up, 1 breath. Step forward, high lunge. Arms up. Warrior 3, 1 breath. Come in and step right back to warrior 1. From here, open out to warrior 2. And then you might make some adjustments, check your footing, check your alignment, feel where you are. Flip the right palm to face the ceiling, reverse warrior 2. Big side stretch. Let's straighten the front leg for triangle. Reach out to come down. You can bring your hand to your shin, your ankle, a block, or the floor, pulling up through that top arm. So you're creating space in the joints, nice long spine. Last breath here. Release, hands to the floor, make your way to down dog through any movement transition. More important than what you are doing is that you are feeling what you're doing. From down dog, when you're ready, left leg sweeps up. Step forward, high lunge. Arms up. Warrior 3, 1 breath. Come in and step right back to warrior 1. Open out, warrior 2. Flip the left palm to face the ceiling. Reverse warrior. Straighten the front leg, triangle. One more breath here. This time to release, let's bring both hands to the floor and turn to face the wide side of the mat, coming into a wide-legged forward fold, and we'll use this as a resting pose. You can let your upper body drop. Feel free to separate your feet more or less. Bend your knees a little or a lot. You can use props for your hands if you need them. Find a position where you can let your head hang, let your face relax. Keeping your legs more or less how they are now, walk both hands over to the right. You might take hold of the right foot or just go in that direction, feeling what it's like to be over here. Feel free to experiment or explore. Come through center and over to the other side. Walk your hands over to the left. You might take hold of the left foot or go in that direction. Any movement. Walk your hands over to the right. This time turn all the way to face the back of your mat. You can lift the back heel, coming into a lunge, and we'll set up for a twist. So you can either keep your left hand on the floor and lift the right arm up, or take your left elbow to the outside of the right knee. In either case, if you'd rather do a low lunge, you could drop the back knee. So you're finding what twist feels right for you right now. Wherever you are, keep looking for spaciousness. A little more length through the spine. Nice deep breaths. Last breath here. Release, hands to the floor. Walk your hands around through center all the way over to the other side. High lunge, left side facing front again. Take a similar twist. So you can either extend the arms or take the right elbow across, low lunge or high lunge. Last breath here. Let's release, hands to the floor, make your way to down dog. And again, to a good resting pose, whether that's down dog or something else. Totally letting go. We'll come back through down dog to come into a pigeon pose, right side. When you're ready, slide the right knee forward, scoot back through the left leg, help the hips get as low as they'll go. And you may want to explore some kind of support, props. You could put something under your right hip. You could lean your forehead or chest on something. Whatever you come into, feel how this is. And you may at any point want to adjust something, the angle of the front leg, bringing the upper body up or down. Keep checking for unnecessary effort that you might let go of here. Let's bring the upper body back up. Take your time. If you have something under your right hip, move it out of your way so that you can lean over onto your right. Bring the left leg around to the front, and then you can lean onto the left hip and send the right leg back. And if that didn't get you into pigeon on the other side, find your way there. Left knee forward this time. You might adjust the angle. You might add or move props. Settling in. Can your breath be slow and deep, whether you're resting or working, whether you're doing something familiar or new. Let's bring the upper body back up. If you have something under your hip, move it out of your way so you can lean to the left. This time, bring your right foot to the outside of the left knee. We'll get set up for a seated spinal twist. Now, if it would work better for you, you're welcome to straighten the bottom leg. So left leg can be straight or bent. Right hand to the floor behind you. And then the left arm can either hug the knee or hook to the outside of the knee. As you inhale, sit a little bit taller. As you exhale, rotate, looking back over your shoulder. And every breath, see if you can sit even taller, maybe twist a little bit more. Last one here. Let's release, unwind, and switch. Bottom leg can be straight or bent, left foot to the outside of the right knee. We'll bring the left hand to the floor behind us. Right arm either hugs or hooks. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, rotate. Breath by breath. Keep exploring, even if it's just energetically. Is there a little more height, a little more twist? One more breath here. And then release, unwind. Let's bring soles of the feet together, badhokonasana. You can grab your toes or ankles with that grip. Lengthen and then fold whatever amount. Might be just a slight lean. If you're deeper, you may push your elbows into the knees, or if it works better for you, you can lean into your hands or elbows. And again, keep exploring. More length as you inhale, possibly deeper folding as you exhale. And keep relaxing the face, the neck, the shoulders. Inhale to look up. Exhale, release. Let's keep the right leg more or less where it is. Open the left leg out to the side, and we'll get set up for gate pose, Parigasana. Right arm comes up and over. You can lean onto your left hand or elbow on the inside or outside of your straight leg. Big reach from the right sit bones grounding all the way past the fingers, past the top of the head. And then let your head fall towards the floor and take the top arm out and down until your right shoulder pulls down, stretching right side of the neck. So head is falling one way, shoulder pulling the other way. And then press into the bottom hand to come up. You can use that hand to lift your head so you stay nice and relaxed. Same thing other side. Switch the legs. Left arm up and over. Big reach. Then let your head fall towards the floor. Take the top arm out and down until your shoulder pulls down, stretching left side of the neck. Press into the bottom hand to come up and then use that hand to lift your head. Let's open both legs wide. Upavishta Konasana, wide angle pose. You're welcome to sit on something, a cushion or blanket, to help get the pelvis upright. You can also use your hands on the floor to sit tall. If this is already enough, stay here. If you're not at your maximum stretch yet, lean forward until you find it. Could be right away on the hands, or coming further down. Feel free to use props, leaning into a block. And keep going towards length, towards folding. Let's bring the upper body back up, lean back onto the hands, draw the legs in, give them a little shake out, and then roll back onto your back. Bring both knees in. And give your knees a little circle or rock, releasing the back. And then drop your feet to the floor for bridge. Feet hip width apart, parallel. Press your feet down. Lift your hips high. Once your hips are high enough, interlace your fingers behind your back. Shrug your shoulders underneath you, spreading upper back and lower back away from one another. Hips as high as you can. Last breath here. Take your arms out of your way, roll down, rest with back flat. If you want to come up again, take another one. Same thing, or any other back bend. And stay as long or short as you like. Could be just 1 or 2 breaths, could be a long hold. Whenever the pose feels complete, come down. And there's no rush. If you're enjoying what you're doing, stick with it. When you're done, take a counter stretch. I'll suggest happy baby, but you could do anything that you'd like to release your back. If you're doing happy baby, feel free to rock around a little bit or straighten one leg at a time. We are moving towards the end of class, so this is a good time to take care of anything that you need to feel complete in your practice. So you might finish with an inversion, a restorative pose. There's a part of your body that could use little attention. Really anything or nothing. If nothing's needed, you can start getting comfortable in Shavasana, your final resting pose. Take all the time you need and eventually come into a symmetrical, relaxed position. When you do come into Shavasana, you can let go of the control of your breath, let go of trying to do anything. Slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and toes, gently waking your body up again. And let this movement increase gradually through your wrists and ankles, eventually stretching out through your arms and legs. When you're ready, bring your knees in and roll to one side, pausing there for a moment. Use your hands to help you up to sitting, coming into a comfortable cross-legged position. We'll bring hands together at the heart. Namaste. Thank you. Thanks so much for joining me today. Hope you have a good rest of your day.